God, so good to be back, you guys. We missed you all. Hope you missed us too. I'm so excited. I love being at the ABC. I love it. I love making television for the public broadcaster. I love it. I love this job. I love this organisation. Anyway, let's get started. What's in the news?
Liberal Party members have called on the Turnbull government to sell off the ABC.
Well, it's good to be back. Is he there? Is that all right? Yeah. Hi, Husey. Come on, man. You got to give me something. Give me something to be in your show. Come on. I fucking made you, Husey. Husey! Husey! Piece of shit. Yes, folks, the Liberal Party wants the ABC to be privatised, and personally, I'm loving it. Because I can sell shit if you want. Is this what you want? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba! At a meeting of the Liberal Party Council over the weekend, the council voted overwhelmingly in favour of a young Liberal bid calling for the full privatisation of the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, except for services into regional areas. And, you know, it might not be such a bad idea, OK? I think a privatised ABC could be really cool.
The ABC is changing. We are now a fully commercial network, which means no more communist propaganda such as Landline, Gardening Australia, Four Corners, or anything with facts. In the new and improved Bruin, we've gotten rid of all the presenters and boring chats to show you wall-to-wall ads. In the new Q&A, we've got all the Hemsworths, including the fourth one you didn't know about. And we have all new shows like Ultimate Backyard Reno Warriors. Get your ABC for $12.99 per month.
That looks good. I think for this ABC audience, this is too real. You guys got to lighten up. It's fine. Now, obviously, when it comes to this issue, I'm pretty biased. Typical ABC. But actually, I think it's a great idea. You know, we here at Tonight, we're completely on board with the idea of privatising the ABC because, as we all know, the private sector consistently provides efficient and reliable services.
Optus Sport is under fire this morning from furious World Cup fans fed up at its unreliable streaming service. It has exclusive rights to dozens of matches, but it's been plagued by slow buffering speeds.
Optus? More like oopstus. Come on, Liberal Party, you want to get rid of this? Come on! This is good shit. Football fans very annoyed at Optus over the coverage of the World Cup over the weekend. If you missed any of it, it looked like this. That was mainly... Calm the Socceroos! Get in there! Of course, SBS used to do all the coverage of the World Cup, but that changed because of budget cuts in 2014 when the Abbott government slashed SBS funding, even though, you know...
No cuts to the ABC or SBS.
Simpler times. Now, at the time of these cuts, SBS boss Michael Abid warned budget cuts could threaten World Cup coverage. And the thing that I want to say about that is that oh, come on! Why does the ABC even use Optus? It doesn't make any sense! Anyway. The whole ABC privatisation motion was put forward at the council meeting by Vice President of the Young Liberals, Mitchell Collier.
Some of my favourite programs are on the ABC. You know, Bananas in Pyjamas.
Okay, apparently the Vice President of the very Young Liberals. He loves Bananas in Pyjamas, or as he'd prefer they called, Bananas in Peter Alexander. Get the plugs in there, people, get the plugs in. But he sort of said that just because people are sentimental about ABC shows, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't sell it off.
Blind sentimentality is no justification for preserving the status quo.
Which is a weird thing to say, because I'm pretty sure that is literally the motto of conservatism. Conservatism, preserving the status quo out of blind sentimentality since forever. I actually wonder, you know, what would a privatised Bananas in Pyjamas actually look like?
A surprise?
For us? Come with me, Bananas. What do you think?
Banana-tastic! A car!
Not just a car, it's the new Toyota RAV4.
It's got dynamic braking, Bluetooth accessories and dual airbags to stop any mashed banana.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking, B2?
I think I am, B1.
Oh, what a feeling.
Looks better. That looks better to me. I think it's a good show. I don't get it. I think it is an odd position to have for people to say that we should privatise the ABC for a few reasons. First of all, Australians really like the ABC. Not this show, clearly. Have you seen the numbers? But generally, the ABC maintains the trust and support of over 80% of Australians, making it the most trusted media organisation in the country. But not everyone thinks that. In a new book by free market think tank the Institute of Public Affairs, friends of the show, by the way, good friends, two researchers contend that the sale of Qantas and the Commonwealth Bank set a precedent for privatising the ABC. Oh yeah, that's what we're all thinking right now. Man, I wish we had more institutions like the Commonwealth Bank.
Well, while we're on the banks, the biggest fine in Australian corporate history, this time for breaches of anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism financing laws.
53,000 contraventions with massive allegations of money laundering for gangs and for drug trafficking.
I got to be fair, there is a lot of money laundering and drug trafficking at the ABC, but I won't say where. Anyway, cancel them. They get paid more than I do. And honestly, okay, that got real. I don't think it wouldn't even be a good idea for the rest of the Australian media if the ABC was out there in the private sector, because they'd all have to compete with all of our seriously clickbaity ABC News headlines, like this one I genuinely saw this morning. Why are there so few public clocks in Canberra? Cut that, BuzzFeed, you got scooped! Still, the rank and file of the Liberal Party had made their voices loud and clear, and in response, their senior ministers rallied and proudly replied, no.
The ABC will always be in public hands. It will never be sold. That is my commitment. It is a public broadcaster. It always has been, and it always will be.
It's not going to be sold, and it can never be sold.
Minister Fifield made very clear on the spot that the government had absolutely no intention to privatise the ABC, that was not government policy. And it wasn't government policy yesterday, it will not be government policy tomorrow, it will not be a government policy after the next election.
And as we know, when it comes to election promises about the ABC, you can always take the Liberal Party at its word.
No cuts to the ABC or SBS.
It's good to be back, everybody.